We've landed back in Queensland in the buzzing Bayside resort of Redcliffe for round 4 of the Australian Offshore Superboat Championships in 2011. The beautiful city is widely known as one of the most popular holiday destinations along the east coast. And the Superboat fans will have the best of both worlds this weekend with electrifying action on the water, along with some of the most picturesque surroundings the nation has to offer as we overlook the famous Moreton Bay from the Scarborough Boat Harbour. The teams have arrived here in Redcliffe hoping for the perfect racing conditions like we saw in Townsville, where the crews bask in flat and fast offshore conditions for the first time in the entire series. And it's the defending champions Mustang who they'll all be trying to catch. After a slow start to the season, they are back bigger and better than ever after an outstanding performance in the previous round, going back-to-back over 2 races in Townsville. Class standings, though, after those 3 rounds, the big boys, it's Maritimo and the Supercat 1000s. The good guys lead the way. It's BBC Digital in the 600s and FGI in the Supercat 400s. But overall, this is the way they look. Maritimo are the ones to catch. The good guys in second. Mustang, after back-to-back in Townsville, are in third. Team 3 in fourth. Well, the teams have made the journey to Redcliffe, 30 minutes north of Brisbane for round 4, where it'll be nothing short of exhilarating, full throttle action. The standings are very, very tight going into this weekend, which will delight the fans eager to see some ferocious racing. And the Moreton Bay Dry Pit provides the perfect vantage point to catch a glimpse of these giant cats as they go to work. But first, it's up to the team engineers to go to work, undertaking testing and their final adjustments as they prepare to unleash their vessels onto the open water for qualifying. Now, if it's raw speed and power that you want, well then Saturday's pole position shootout is the perfect place to watch these prestigious catamarans pushed to their ultimate limits. Now, the focus here is on pure pace and lap averages, where a shorter, straighter course is raced over a 5-kilometre distance. Now, an average of each of the team's 3 best laps are tallied, and the fastest will sit on pole for Sunday's all-important race 1. As you can imagine, qualifying action proved thick and fast across all classes. Now, in the Class 1s, it was the defending champions Mustang who just clawed their way back to the top in round 3, taking out pole position and overall race honours. But just after they fought their way back to the summit, they arrived in Redcliffe with the news of a new team to battle it out against in qualifying. Main Lube, running in the Maritimo boat, were due to race in the 1,000 horsepower class, but their engineers couldn't balance the boat in testing with the new lighter engines. So the decision was made to race upper class up against the big boys for this round, and this round only Main Lube will be taking on Mustang and Maritimo. But even with the extra crew in the mix, Mustang continued their hot form as the team of Tom Barry Cotter and Paul Varick Nielsen stormed their way to pole in a scintillating lap time of 1 minute 51 seconds, an astonishing speed of 102 miles an hour. That's out there around 162 kilometres an hour on the open water. Now, the 1,000 horsepower class looks to be the race to watch this weekend. 4 boats make up the field, and in a real shock, the form team of the series, the Fryer brothers, and their good guys boat were knocked off their perch in qualifying shootout. In close challenges, Global Racing looked to have poles sewn up until Team 3 snuck up behind them. Posted a series of scorching laps, claiming pole in a time of 2 minutes 11 seconds. Their average speed about 86 miles an hour or 137 k's. Let's check in with the 600 horsepower division. BBC's been the team to catch all series long, and this time they didn't disappoint at Redcliffe. They pulled out the speed when needed to grab pole position there ahead of their rival Saracens with a blistering lap of 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Their average speed about 141 k's an hour. In the 400s, everyone's trying to catch FGI Offshore Racing. The same again this weekend. They claim pole with a lap time of 2 minutes 16, averaging speeds around 132 kilometres an hour, about 83 miles per hour, just ahead of rivals Hog's Breath. So Saturday's shootout has sorted them out. It looks like this on pole position. In the Class 1s, Mustang is on top, a formidable time of 1 minute 51. Then in the Supercat 1000 class, Team 3 has set a polished lap time of 2 minutes 11. The BBC Digital showed their class with a time of 2 minutes 7. in the Supercat 600, and in the 400s, FGI rounded out our pole position for the weekend, hitting into round 4. Their time, an impressive 2 minutes 16. Well, with pole position all sorted out for tomorrow's race, it's time to get to work, make those final adjustments, a little bit of tweaking just to get the best speed and the best balance out of these boats. Getting off to a fast start in race 1 tomorrow will be crucial. It's so tight this season, so tense after the race results so far. Just moments away from some red-hot action here in Redcliffe. This is round 4, the Australian Offshore Superboat Championships. Don't go anywhere.